Hey everybody, I'm Nelson Bauer. My survey research and subsequent presentation are on the Auburn Fire Division. More specifically, the reliance on student workers and the effect on team continuity. Know that student workers have been employed with the Auburn Fire Division for over 30 years, so this isn't something new. However, the growth in the student program has really ballooned over the last few years. The Auburn Student Firefighter Program, which started as a staffing supplement, now has taken the place of many career firemen. And this program allows students to be trained and work as state-certified firefighters. Fire stations have separate dormitory-style rooms for the students where they can live rent-free. Tuition is paid by the city as long as the students earn at least a 2.5 grade point average. This program has been cost-effective for the city and the source of tuition assistance for hundreds of college students. My interest in this topic was developed from several publications. One, Capitalizing on Student Workers by Doug Watson and Hassett. Doug Watson was a former city manager for the city of Auburn. And then Doing More with Less in Public Safety by Cortez Lawrence, who was a former public safety director for the city of Auburn. Both of those publications talk about the benefits, really cost effectiveness of the programs. The problem with those two publications is that they do not discuss issues that could arise when you rely or over-rely on temporary student workers. Also, if you look at number 3, I spent nearly 10 years, serving the city of Auburn as a firefighter, starting as a student firefighter and moved into the career ranks. As you can see there to the right, that's an old picture of me when I was employed with the city of Auburn. My research question is, does the reliance on student workers at the Auburn Fire Division affect team continuity? My hypothesis is AFD personnel will see the student firefighters as having a negative effect on team continuity. My independent variable is AFD personnel, and dependent variable is view on student firefighters. This particular study consisted of a sample of 24 employees from the Auburn Fire Division. As you can see there to the right, you'll see a pie chart that is telling us the rank of those that responded. 34% were student firefighters, 38% were career firefighters, 16% were sergeants, 8% of the respondents were lieutenants, and 4%, or 1, was a battalion chief. The web-based survey that was utilized consisted of a demographic questionnaire and 23 statements that utilized a Likert-type scale. The Likert scale consisted of a 5-point scale which was used to allow the individual to express how much they agreed or disagreed with a particular statement. Survey respondents self-reported utilizing a 5-point scale, indicating their agreement or disagreement with a specific statement. When looking at reliability and validity, the study reflects a Cronbach alpha of 0.744. This indicates that there is good reliability. To increase the validity of the instrument, the Delphi method was utilized. The group members all agreed that this survey had good content validity, measuring all facets of the construct. In addition, they agreed that the survey had good face validity. Qualtrics was utilized to conduct this study via the web. All participants were provided a link to the survey through a common message board. The participants were chosen by randomly selected one of the 3 shifts and administering the survey to that particular shift. When looking at analysis, the statistical software package utilized was Statistical Package for Social Science, SPSS, Statistics 25. The data was screened for missing cases and consisted of 14% missing cases, or 4 of 28. The results were interesting. 58.3% of respondents agreed or strongly agreed with the following statement. I believe that the transient nature of the student firefighter program adversely affects team continuity. Also, only 14 of 24, 58% respondents stated they felt effective operating as a fill-in member of another team. Items 17, 18, and 19 address personnel being moved daily to cover shift shortages at the Auburn Fire Division. The responses to these questions overwhelmingly indicate that movement of personnel occurs daily, and when it occurs, it breaks up that team chemistry, and team continuity is difficult to maintain. After evaluating the descriptive statistics, the findings for this study are conclusive. The answer to the original research question presented in the study, does the reliance on student workers at the Auburn Fire Division affect team continuity, is yes. This finding is consistent with the researchers' hypothesis that Auburn Fire Division personnel see the student firefighters is having a negative effect on team continuity. The findings support the fact that student employees are consistently shifted to different stations to allow for others to attend class. This breaks up team continuity and appears, according to the survey answers, to happen often. A major limitation of this study, however, is the actual sample size. I hope that you all enjoyed this brief presentation, and thank you for joining me.